So we have this cat. His name's Tommy. I've never made a video about Tommy, so I figured now is the time. That's right, this is a video about you. Tommy is Oreo's brother. They're from the same litter. Listen to him. He makes these trill sounds. Tommy has never. We've had Oreo and Tommy for 4, I think 4, going on 5 years now. And Tommy, up until very, very recently, would never come this close to either of us. He doesn't. Either he's completely terrified of humans. I don't really know what's going on. I think he was traumatized. So we adopted both Oreo and Tommy. There's Oreo. We adopted them as kittens. They were found in a barn. And they had been living for about a week or so with a family with kids. And they put them up for adoption on Facebook. That's how we found the two. I picked out Tommy and Amelia picked out Oreo. I picked out Tommy because I just thought he was adorable. And they had another brother who was like Tommy, but, well, the cat looked like Adolf Hitler. No joke. He had he was a white head with like a Hitler haircut, like in dark gray, and a Hitler mustache. I'm glad we didn't adopt him because that would have been rather uncomfortable. But Tommy, up until about a month ago, he wouldn't come anywhere near me. Now remember, we've had him for going on 5 years now. And what's happened is the dynamic, now he's standing on my feet. The dynamic between Oreo and Tommy definitely changed. We noticed an immediate behavioral change in Oreo when we adopted Butterscotch a little over 1.5 years ago now. Butterscotch bonded to me immediately, and Oreo bonded to me as well. Amelia has had not so great luck with cats. I don't know what it is, but they seem to come to me before they go to her. But Tommy has always been an outlier. He's licking my feet. I don't know what happened in the past month or so, but suddenly he's been really chummy with me, but he will not let me touch him. I cannot touch him. I cannot pet him. Watch this. He's licking my feet now. Watch this. He runs. Or sometimes he'll sniff my hand or clean himself. How you doing? Now, Oreo has a completely different personality. Oreo is friendly towards me. He lets me pick him up. Sometimes he demands I pick him up. He yells at me when I'm sitting in his favorite chair, which happens to be my desk chair. He'll just sit there and meow at me until I get up. But Tommy has the personality almost of a barn cat. See, he just won't let me. He won't let me touch him. He won't let me pet him. But I'm telling you, there has been a dramatic increase in his affection within the past month. Maybe a month or two. I've noticed it more recently. Like he would avoid us at all costs. We'd walk through the house and he would just, wherever we are, he's not. And if we look at him, if we reach out our hand to him, he bolts. And he'll sniff your hand and then he'll make like a grunting sound and walk off. And again, all of a sudden, you saw it just a second ago. He's really affectionate, but you can't touch him. So I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's sick and he's trying to, get our attention. Here he comes. Now watch this. One thing that actually did change, and I noticed it seemed to have helped. I regularly clip their nails. And probably once a month or so, I clip their nails. And I'm the only one who can do it because they'll tear Amelia to shreds. But what I'll do is, for these two guys, Oreo and Butterscotch, it's not a problem. They love me. But Tommy, Butterscotch. Tommy, look at his face. He's like, Tommy, I have to corner him, and I hate doing it because I know it doesn't help the human feline relationship. But I have to corner him until he just gives up, and he'll let me take him in, and he will be tense, and he'll let me clip his nails, but that's it. Well, the last time I did it, about a month or two ago, I held him on the couch like a baby, and I just rubbed his fur, his ears, and I just gave him all the affection that I give these two chubby lumps of fur. And he just, eventually, you could feel him relax a little bit. He was enjoying it, and he almost purred. He's never purred before. And anyway, so it's been a struggle because we've had them for 4 years, almost 5 now. We got them like our first summer in this house. Moved in November, December of 18. So that summer we adopted those two guys. And, but yeah, 2 completely different animals, Oreo and Tommy. Now they all get along, all 3 of these guys. Butterscotch was a Darbster kitty rescue. He's originally from Miami, and they have an arrangement. I guess there's a cat adoption agency called Darbster Kitty, and they have arrangements with veterinary clinics and cat rescue organizations in the Florida area. I think Miami mostly, and they take in all the stray kittens and you know, all the rough and tumble kitty life situations. Anyway, they neuter them, they spay them, and they ship them up to New Hampshire. That's where he's from. The females get clipped ears to notify if they ever go stray again. It just tells everyone that they've already been neutered, so they get little ear clips. But males, they don't do anything for the males. But anyway, so as part of that, part of the adoption fee includes the cost of transport and having them neutered. But little Tommy, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I think we're just trying to be as what's the word I'm looking for? Accepting of him for who he is. But I carried him to the car when we adopted him from his host family, and he was the cutest little kitten. And but no, I'm serious. They have a brother. I feel bad for the poor cat because I'm telling you, I should find I have a picture of him somewhere. We found him on the Facebook page where we adopted the 2 from. And this cat was Hitler. He looks exactly like Hitler. The hair, like, he has this Hitler hair going on and a Hitler mustache. And I feel so bad for the poor cat because, I mean, of all humans to look like, you know, it had to be Hitler. And this little guy, he's living up to his tangerine expectations. Like, look at it, he's just so freaking cuddly and lovey. He has slept by my side every single night since we adopted him. Yeah. On my side of the bed. He sleeps on my side of the bed, cuddles with me, licks my face. And it's sad because Amelia is the one who wanted him. And I said no. I said, we're not getting another cat. We already have 2. Fix that one. Figure him out. Yeah, and he can be your cat. But I gave in, and I'm like, okay, one more. And that's it. No more. We're not getting another one. I don't care. I don't care what the situation. We're not getting another one. But he likes to nibble. He likes to bite. And it's just... And I feel bad because this morning I was getting ready for work. And I'm making the bed. And he jumps right onto the bed as I'm like shaking out the blanket. And I smacked him in the face. I feel so bad. But he seems to have forgiven me. I hope so. He ran right into my hand as I'm like lifting the blanket, and I feel so bad. I really do. But Tommy, look at, he's just so... one of the things about cats is you can tell how, like, their disposition by their body language. And for example, Oreo, he's laid out on the carpet. He's content. He's happy. He's secure. He feels safe. He knows he's safe. This guy, I mean, you couldn't be any more content. I mean, really, right? But look at Tommy. Look at how he's sitting on that box right there. This butterfly. Moving my camera. Look at how he's sitting on that box. They call that monitor. There's a term for that. It's the monitor position, where he's got his tail and his feet tucked in because he doesn't feel safe. He doesn't feel content. He's more or less trying to show us that he feels uneasy. And that's how he always sits. He's never content. He's never happy. And I'm not going to give him drugs or anything. I feel bad for the guy. I hope that someday we will be able to connect with him. But I don't know when that'll be. My parents had a similar situation with two of their cats. They had two cousins, Maggie and Daisy. And Daisy was a black and white, not a tuxedo cat like Oreo, but just a black and white spotted cat. See, they get along so well. I mean, Oreo just walks up, starts cleaning his brother. I've always said that Tommy is Oreo's pet. Oreo is our cat, and Tommy is Oreo's cat, because Oreo and Tommy take care of each other. And then they get into little skirmishes like brothers do. Like that. But then they'll be kissing and making up the next, within an hour or less, or 5 minutes. Tommy's like, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. They like to come down here because it's nice and cool and dry. They spend a lot of time down here. Uh-oh. I want some too. I want it. So let's talk about their names. Obviously Oreo. I didn't name Oreo, Amelia did. I would have picked something a little bit less common. But black and white cats are like de facto. It's like the Braden of cats, or the Aiden variants of cats. Tommy is named after the cat from Tom and Jerry. I don't know. I just kind of, I thought the name fit. I named him when I picked him up from the house he was in. And of course, Butterscotch is our tabby. Amelia named him too. I wanted to name him either Garfield or Gordon Whitefoot or something like that, but I was vetoed. The thing is, I don't like common names for cats. All of our cats growing up had human names. One of our favorite cats, he was the coolest cat. He was a black Angora with white double paws. And his name was Harry because he was a long-haired Angora. See, they're all getting along just fine. You know, there's no tension. You can. The cats are like. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. Apparently. Okay, I guess they're see. I think these two are in a domineering. Like they're trying to dominate each other. Is this what they do all day while we're at work? Come at me, bro. This is what they do all day. I can't help but laugh. I mean, they've never hurt each other. Ooh. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a power struggle between these guys. And then there's Tommy, who's just kind of like, whatever. Just leave me out of it. 2 alpha males, maybe? The look on his face is, you better stop. I'm going to continue. That's right. I'm going to unleash my murder mittens all over you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Come at me, bro. Come on. Come on. Come at me. This is my house. He's looking at me. He's coming for daddy. Hey, buddy. Oreo. Ooh, you did not just pull that one. You did not just pull that card. There is a lot to be studied regarding the relationship of cats in a multi-cat household. Oh, hey. Oh, you come back for more? Dude, that was totally unprovoked. Why did you do that? Tommy, he's like, whatever, man. Just leave me out of it. Is the cat food bowl filled? That's all I care about. They went upstairs. You know, it's not like they don't have enough room to kind of grow and do their thing. I mean, they have 2 floors plus a porch when the doors open. So, oh, that's another thing is none of these cats are outdoor cats. Not one of them has ever been outside, ever. They've never been outside, except for in a cat carrier for their annual or weekly or whatever vet appointments. Pet appointments. Yeah, I guess it kind of works. Anyway, I guess that's it, because everybody left me. We're having a good time. And then there's Tommy and Butterboy. Will he let me touch him? How about now? Nope, forget it. All right, you guys, I'm going upstairs. So this is a very rare video. This is the first time I've ever gotten a video of Tommy actually being on my lap. This is the first time. And I find that the more time I spend with him, and I try to show him that we're not out to eat him, better things get with him. You can see his fur is shedding like nobody's business because he doesn't get any petting. We never pet him because he will never let us pet him. So consequently, his fur is just, look at this. I gotta get one of those, they make these pet or cat, he's getting a little mad. They make these little things that you can, they use them for carding wool. That's what they look like a wool card. And they're designed for grooming cats and dogs. Look at the little guy. And I gotta get one for him. I think it would help. You just let him go. Just let him be. I petted him. He didn't scratch me. And that's the thing with Tommy, is he doesn't lash out. He doesn't attack. He doesn't bite. He just tenses up. And he just gets... Oh, okay, he wants out. I gotta open the door. He's a good cat. We're trying our best to make him comfortable, to make him feel at home. And it's just a constant struggle. See, you see how he cowered down just there? Because he knows I'm gonna get him. Like, he's learned that I'm gonna get him, and he just freezes. And I've been really trying to make him feel at home, make him feel like one of the family. But one of the reasons we don't just want to leave him alone and let him be is because we have to take care of him. You know, he has to feel comfortable around us so that we can trim his nails, give him for a while he had an eye infection. We had to give him eye medication. And it was just a nightmare to give that to him. He just didn't want it. And maybe that's part of he was skittish at first. I mean, regardless, like, we've never had even before the eye drops, one of the things I've learned about cats, though, is that they never forget. Like, if they have a traumatic experience or something that they feel is traumatic, they never forget. They never forget. So every single time we try to pet him, we try to groom him, trim his nails, he always remembers that one time where he felt like he wasn't safe. And that's just how cats are. It's, they're not... yeah. You just do your best to make them feel comfortable. But look at all this fur. I mean, God, I could build another Tommy with all this fur. But he's starting to, his ears are pulled back because he still doesn't feel comfortable. And I know the obvious, don't stop doing it. Well, I want him to feel comfortable around at least me, if not Amelia. But leave him alone. He doesn't like it, so we're gonna let him go. Anyway, that's Tommy. He's a good guy, but he's just real skittish around people. So as I'm working on this video, Oreo stands right there, right next to my desk, and meows incessantly. Because I'm in his chair. Yes, Oreo sleeps in this chair every night. And when I'm in the chair, I get yelled at. Because this is Oreo's chair. Right? Am I right? Does that sum up the situation, buddy? Yeah. See, Oreo, his personality is very different from the other two. Each cat, so for those of you who've never had a cat, they're not the kind of animal or pet that you can just expect to, conform to your needs. I mean, if you want a lap cat or something you can kind of carry around the house, and you end up with a cat that doesn't want anything from you, doesn't want to even look at you until the food dish is empty or the door needs to be opened, well, just understand it's like playing the lottery. You never know what kind of cat you're going to wind up with. And sometimes if you get multiple cats, they each kind of develop their own niche in your family. Oreo's personality did change after we adopted Butterscotch, because Oreo, prior to Butterscotch, was the only cat that would even remotely associate with either of us. And to that end, it was mostly me. But when Butterscotch came on the scene and immediately took a liking to me, it kind of made Oreo a little jealous, I think, and he just started to behave a little differently. Yeah. So when prior to Butterscotch, Oreo would spend every single night at the foot of the bed. When Butterscotch came on the scene, he kind of took that place. He took that role. Now Oreo no longer sleeps on the foot of the bed. He took this chair that I'm sitting in right now, and I just heard Butterscotch meow just behind me somewhere. He's probably under the bed somewhere. But so what I'm saying is, each cat kind of is its own. They're their own person, just like humans, just like dogs. They each have their own quirks. Some are more needy than others. Oreo, he really needs affection. He craves it. Butterscotch even more so. And as we've already established, Tommy, not so much. So it's when you're adopting a cat, a used one or a kitten, it's a gamble, man. It's a gamble. We got all three of ours as kittens, so we kind of they kind of grew up with us, Now, a little background. I have always, as a kid, up until I bought the condo back in 2007, I've always had cats, and I've always had, usually multiples. We usually had at least 3 cats in the house at one time. And see, he didn't like the noise the keyboard made. I've been around cats, and I know how to interact with them. I know how to take care of them. And I think that's why they both, the Oreo and Butterscotch, kind of gravitated towards me, because I know how to instinctively interact with them. And you got to know when they're mad, you got to know when they're happy, and when to leave them alone. And I think some people who've never had pet cats before, they don't understand. They're not like dogs. See, dogs are more people-centric. I think dogs have more of a need, emotional, physical, whatever, to attach to a human, and really, in many cases, any human that's willing to give them the time of day. Cats aren't like that. Cats are very peculiar. They will pick one person arbitrarily and attach or bond to that one person. Some cats will bond to more than... Get your foot off the keyboard, buddy. Hey. There you go. No, he's curious. I'm just going to shut the keyboard off. There we go. Cats are different. They're not dogs. They are the polar opposite of dogs. Cats, I guess I put it one way. Cats always assume the worst in everybody. And then gradually, as they develop a trust and a relationship with that person, they start to, see that person every day and spend time with them, or him or her. And that's when they start to come around, and they will actually let you touch them. That is a privilege. This is a privilege, by the way. Letting me run my fingers through his fur, in his mind, that's a privilege. That had to be earned. You have to earn their trust. It's one thing that Meet the Fockers got right, is cats. If you recall that movie. Do not chew on that cord, please. Oh, and they will chew on your cords. Yes, they will. And they're going to get shocked, and they're going to not do it again. Sometimes with a cat, you kind of have to let them make their mistake. They have to make that mistake. They have to get shocked by a USB-C cord or lightning cord before they will learn from their mistakes. Also, if you have nice furniture, they're not for you. Nice furniture is the enemy. Cats are the enemy of nice furniture. What are you doing? Stop chewing my cable. You ruined it now. Jesus Christ. No. You know the funny thing is he's never chewed on this cable before? It's like he just noticed it for the first time. Indoor cats will gain weight. And the vet will tell you, control their food. Good luck with that. They're not dogs. They don't like to be treated like dogs. But again, I've had cats my entire life, ever since I was a little baby, and I love them. I don't like dogs. I'm not a dog person. Not my thing. No, I don't need something chasing me through the house, slobbering over everything, and begging me. Well, I guess Oreo kind of begs for my attention, so he's kind of like a dog. But anyway, those are our cats. Those are our kids. We don't have children. Those are our children. So now you got to meet them, get to know them a little bit, get to learn a little bit about them, and now you are richer for the experience. Okay.